Hey there, fellow Minecrafters. Welcome back to the Jirachi series here. This is Jason and welcome to another Minecraft Redstone tutorial video. I'm in Minecraft 1.18.2 and I'm on the Java edition, but this should also help if you're on Bedrock edition as well. On occasion, I do quite like to do these Redstone videos just to teach you guys some new tricks when it comes to Redstone. And as of late, recently, I've done quite a few videos on comparator logic gates. So logic gates in Minecraft that actually use comparators within their design. And many of them actually end up being quite compact, but also not very tall either. Like this one, for example, this is a comparator AND gate. And we've also looked at the comparator XOR gate. Those videos are available on my channel in the Redstone playlist, but we are going to be looking at this one right here. So this is another comparator logic gate that I learned recently. This is the comparator NOR gate. Okay, so not XOR gates, but the comparator NOR gate. And I'm going to basically show you how this works. I'm going to build it with you as well, but it's very, very simple. And I'm going to try to explain what you would actually use this for. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then please show some love on the channel by subscribing and liking on the video. It would be very much appreciated. And yeah, so the reason why this is called a NOR gate, the classical NOR gate, is this one right here. This is the most well-known design. And as you can see, it's very simple, but this one actually uses a comparator within the design as well. So it is like wider than the other one, but it is quite a interesting design, and it doesn't use an inverter either. So because this NOR gate right here uses an inverter with this torch on the side, but this doesn't use any inverter whatsoever. It just uses the repeaters and the comparator. So the reason why the NOR gate is important is basically this is the gate where it's on when no current is coming into the gate, basically. So as you can see here, we have our two inputs into the gate. And if I activate one of them, then the gate turns off. If both of them are on, the gate turns off. And if both inputs are off, then you can see that the gate actually emits power. So basically, any time the input actually tries to provide power, the gate shuts off. So this can be useful, especially if you want to have a system where as soon as any redstone power goes into the circuit actually ends up turning off. Then this is a very good thing to use, and that is the main application for this thing. Now, I did put the comparator logic over here, but basically you might notice that the comparator is in subtract mode right here, and that is the whole point of this design. And I'm now going to try and build it with you so that you can see it actually working. So we have the redstone torch here that goes into the comparator. You then need to activate the comparator into subtract mode like that. And obviously I'm using this redstone lamp to kind of show you that the gate is actually turned on. And we are then going to do something like this. So we're going to have our inputs on either side like this, and repeaters going into each side of the comparator with the redstone dust going in like that. And why did that? I must have caught it by accident, but there we go. As you can see, that is the gate done. And as you can see, as soon as you activate any of the inputs, the gate actually turns off. So the gate is on in the absence of input power, which sounds quite strange, but it's sometimes quite useful. Now, as I mentioned previously, this comparator is in subtract mode, and that is the reason why this actually works, because basically the comparator formula when it's in subtract mode is the following. It does the following calculation. It takes the max of the rear power so going into the back of the comparator, and then it minuses the max of the left and right power, and then it then picks the biggest out of the two. So it's either, so if it is 0, then the output will be 0, and so on, and it just basically picks the max power in that calculation. So it does rear minus max of the left and right, and then it takes the max of that calculation, or 0. So using that sort of logic, we can see why this gate actually works, because the rear power into this comparator is basically full. So what it actually ends up doing is it then has 15 being max power. It then will need to calculate the max of the left and right, but that at the moment is at 0 for both, so that ends up being 0. So we've got 15 minus 0, which is 15. It then takes the max of 15 and 0. So that is why this comparator is outputting at full strength. You'll notice that this actually outputs at full strength for a full 15 blocks or so. So as you can see, it does a full 15 block strength redstone signal from the comparator, but obviously we don't need that because we've got the redstone lamp to show that it turned on. But this is where the whole thing changes. As soon as you activate one of the inputs, the calculation obviously changes, and what ends up happening is you have 15 being the rear power, you then minus, so we then get the max of the left and right. Now, because of this repeater right here, the left side is 15. So we've got 15 there, right? And the right side is 0, so that will actually be 15. So we've then got 15 minus 15, which is 0, and then it takes the max of 0 and 0, which basically means that the circuit will shut off like this. And the same if you activate on the other side as well, it's just inversed on the other side. And if you do both, it's basically the same thing, because it will take the max of 15 and 15 and it is the same thing. So the only time that the whole calculation is different is if none of the switches are actually on. So yeah, it can be useful in certain situations, but it's quite cool to understand how the gate actually works. And sometimes using the comparator method, you can actually get a better understanding as to why the this sort of this comparator NOR gate actually exists and why it actually works. Alright everyone, thank you for watching this quick redstone tutorial video. It's obviously not the smallest NOR gate that you can make, but it is another version that you can make in the game using redstone, using comparators and redstone torches and so on. But hopefully you learned something new within this video. If you did, then a like and subscribe on the channel and click the notification bell would be very much appreciated. And if you want to follow my Twitter is in the description, or you can use the Twitter on screen right now. And yeah, I'm hoping to reach 20,000 subscribers as my next goal. So if you could help me achieve that, then that would be absolutely great. I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video, and hopefully you had some nice time learning some redstone stuff here. But see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.